On today's episode, it's going to be a short one, so we'll be going through sorting out a couple of bits and bobs, some other clips from what I filmed throughout the week. Sorry this video has been late, but stay tuned. We'll be going into some detail and some time lapses of showing replacing the drive shaft boot and the unboxing of all the new suspension components. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so video is going to be late, so apologies for that. Oh, the screen flickering. So Mini's sorted now. We've just got suspension to do, drive shafts. Got new boots for these. So we got the new boot kit, brand new one. Comes with bag of grease and the metal clips. The metal clips is what snapped on the old boot, which you'll see. So yeah, we'll be going through that in some time lapse. We're going to take the Mini for a drive, and then I'll show you taking apart the front suspension and unboxing the new suspension bits for the later video. And there we have it, guys. She is running. Got a pretty well bass tune in it, to be fair. It's not doing too bad. Still a little bit cold at the moment. Seems to be quite happy. So we will take her for a spin. Hey guys, so here we have it. This is inside my 1988 Austin Mini with its new carb setup. We're gonna do a bit of driving around, just so you can see what it's like. We managed to fix the issues that we come across. Hopefully you can hear me over it. She's ready to go by the sounds of things. And yeah, see you on the road. So it was actually such a good run in the Mini. This was a photo taken from a classic car show near me. It was his first run out with the twin carb setup. I just wanted to show you the photo with another Mini in the background, looking good in the sun. So yeah, we get on to the rest of the video. So guys, it's another day. Got into quite a few problems, as you'll see. Basically, where I've had to crank the engine forward a little bit more, the large bore exhaust manifold was actually rubbing against the CV boot on the inner part near the gearbox housing. As you can see, it's full of crappy grease, and it's just basically the spring clip that was there had undone. The actual joint had just thrown its grease absolutely everywhere. It's like, it was just a mess, but it was actually so dry, so it was a good thing that we got it sorted. So my old man was on it today, so he's done a little bit of time lapse for you, which I'll show you now. Yeah, it would show him just doing that boot for that one side, which you will see right now. Fair play to my dad. He's never done anything like this before. I thought the fact that he dropped the camera pretty funny, but fair play to him for filming a time lapse on this. So yeah, he done that brilliant job while I was at work today. So fair play. Thank you. Also got these new pressed steel number plates that just look really good. She's snug as bug as a rug at the moment, ready for the suspension. But yeah, so we've got new plates on there, and I will show you all of our new suspension components. So we would get on to unboxing. So first up, we've got some lower arms, got some fast road bushes. They're not poly bushes, they're just like an uprated compound apparently, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's fully adjustable at the bottom, so you can sort out a bit of camber and everything, because I want to try and get a bit better tracking, just so it's a bit easier. And to be fair, the arms are quite nice anyway, they're quite nicely powder coated and finished off. So yeah, so they'll be going on. Also got 4 brand new knuckles as well, which will be going on, which was recommended for the high-lows to have brand new ones of them, and they're actually the upgraded ones, so they've got poly boot, which hopefully won't degrade as much as the other one. So here's the pretty cool bit. So we've got the new high-low suspension, which we will be fitting soon. Obviously we've got the rear trumpets for that with the bar, and obviously the ones to the front. I don't think I'm going to be changing the cones. My cones are okay, like the rubber cones, they are okay-ish. They're a little bit squashed now, so if the ride is still a little bit iffy after that, then I will change them, but they're not cheap to do, so I'll probably stick with the originals for now, just upgrading some of the bits, as I want to lower the rear end of the Mini, because apparently the Mini at the moment is kind of doing that. I just want to bring that down. These bits are really cool. So these are caster and camber adjustment brackets for the rear subframe for the radius arms. So we'll be putting these on alongside all of that stuff. These should hopefully stop the Mini from, so in the moment, I mean, they naturally kind of tow a little bit anyway, but at the moment one of the Mini's wheels are sat like that, well, with a little bit of that, and one of them's this side's very much like that. So when it's driving along, it's like properly towing out at the top. It needs to get a bit of camber. It's cambering out. Need to get the camber in, and it's towing in a little bit like that. So we can get that aligned, get it from sitting like that to try and straighten that wheel up a little bit. That'll hopefully stop a little bit of not fun tyre wear. Seem like pretty good brackets, to be fair. Be fun to put them on. While we're at it, I thought, oh well, I might as well buy some new shop absorber bearings. So, I don't know what that was. What? I was recommended these. They're made in Japan. Obviously, these are the rear ones, the front ones. The ones that are on the Mini at the moment are just the original black ones. They're nothing special. These are a bit more expensive. They're not really expensive. I'd say they're probably in the middle. It should be okay for what I need, because it's not a track Mini, it's just a daily. I don't want anything too hard or anything too extreme, basically. It's just not necessary. Obviously it comes with all the top bushes and everything for the top mounts for the rear. Obviously you can buy Bilsteins and everything, which Bilsteins are really good. I've got Bilstein suspension on my Mark 1 MX-5. That's brilliant. It's just the spring's going to make it a little bit bouncy, but we're big boss over that. So we'll be putting these alongside all of this, which will be coming up in a upcoming video. We'll be starting that soon. Might even turn into a winter job, so I might actually do it when the weather changes a little bit, so I can actually get out in the Mini. We can do some videos of going to do some classic car runs and stuff like that. Obviously, in the meantime, if anyone wants to see some content on my i30N or my Mark 1 MX-5, please hit that comment and please hit that like, and then just basically let me know what you'd like to see, and then go from there. Thank you all for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more. There'll be plenty more content coming up, obviously the rebuild and the suspension, and obviously any of my other projects as they come along. So don't forget to hit that subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell. If anything else you want to see, like my motorbike, anything like that, whack it in the comments and I will reply to you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next week.